So why did I start writing poetry? It's a good question. Let's find out. What is up? It's your boy Ron Banks, and I am back with another video. And on this channel, I post poetry as well as tips and advice to teach, inspire, and empower you to use what you have to define who you are. So if you like the way that sounds, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell icon so you don't miss anything. So why did I start writing poetry? It's a good question, a really good question. And well, I actually started writing in general when I was about 14 or 15. This is back in high school. As a kid, I was very closed off. I didn't express much at all. My feelings were always internalized. And as a result, I became very mean and very angry at a young age. And when I hit about 14 or 15, my parents came to me and they said, hey, we want you to try to start writing things down. You know, they asked me prior to that, they asked me if I wanted to see a therapist, and I said no, and we tried other things and I said no, and they said, hey, let's try writing. So they gave me a notebook, they gave me a pen. Like I said, I was about 14 or 15, and they said, write down your feelings. We don't have to read it. You don't have to share it with us, but just write them down. That's what I did. Ever since that day, I fell in love with writing. It's been something that I continue to do on a daily basis. It's something that keeps me sane, something that has healed me, helped me. Funny story, that notebook is actually still under my bed at my parents' house. It's probably a guest room now, but the notebook's still on the bed. As far as I know, it's still under the mattress. That transitioned itself from journaling to writing papers. And in school, I was very, very good at writing essays and reports, and most kids, it's not their favorite thing to do or their favorite class, but for me it was. That transitioned into college where my thesis and reports and things that I did in college, I love to do that as well. And I actually did not start writing poetry until 2012. I want to say I was a sophomore in college at this time. And maybe I'll do a video showing you guys my first poem ever. Comment below if you want to see me share that video. If you want to know what my first poem ever was, comment first poem down below if you want to see my first poem I ever wrote. And it was bad at first. It was very bad at first. I had no idea what poetry really was, honestly, or how to write poetry. I always thought it was kind of the A-B poetry, everything has to rhyme. And but like anything, just like this on YouTube, I found poetry, spoken word poetry, and I fell in love with it. And I've taught myself, I've learned, I've used my own personal stories and expressions and feelings and things that I've continued to bottle up even at that age, and tried to communicate it in a creative way. And that just led to amazing things. I now have 3 books that I've published personally, 3 books that I've published. I've been featured in 2 creative arts magazines. I wrote a book for a women's empowerment conference, a poetry book for a women's empowerment conference, and it's just continuing to grow. And now on my Instagram account, I am allowing my voice and my poetry to speak the stories of people that follow me. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead, click the link down in the description box down below. Follow me. If you have a story that you want me to tell through poetry, send me a DM and I'll do that. It's a part of me. It's my life now. And like I said, it saved me, and it keeps me sane. It keeps me energized, and I'm going to continue to write, until I die, really. So that's why I started writing poetry, to really my self-expression, to save myself. I was an angry kid, and as a result, it's grown to something so much bigger than me that I am so grateful for. And I thank you guys for your continual support and love and through this journey that I'm traveling. So yeah, that's why I started writing poetry. If you love this video, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up for me. Comment below, like I said, comment below first poem if you want to see a video of my first poem I ever wrote, ever. Make sure you share this video. Don't forget, your voice is your signature. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.